Finally here, finally at the West Palm International Boat Show, and I'm freaking out. There's yachts everywhere. It's actually the most condensed yacht show I've ever seen, all in one place, and I'm super excited about it. I'm going to be able to showcase some of the most beautiful boats in the world today on this channel, and I think one of the first topics we're going to jump into is what makes a good charter yacht, and I think it's a really good question to ask because some of these boats can go from 100,000 euros a week, 500,000 euros a week, €1,000,000 a week. I will be actually including Amy from Bluewater. She is a charter broker for Bluewater, and she's going to give you as much information as I can possibly soak up and give to you. So without further ado, I'm going to make my way over to Motor Yacht Broadwater and let's get started.
So a charter broker is someone who is the liaison between the charter client and the owner of the boat. So on every contract there are 4 signatures: the charterer, the charter broker, the central agent, and the owner. Right. Never does the owner speak with the charter client.
Could you give us some overview on just of the boat, just some insight before I take everybody around?
Yeah, certainly. This is a 2000 Fed ship. Fed ships are built in Holland. They are the top of the top, highest possible pedigree of maker in the world. Therefore, she commands a higher price per week, right. And in selling, the value of the boat will keep its value more than any other yacht worldwide. She's 50 meters, which is 165 feet, right. And she has 6 staterooms. Yep. And she's capable of carrying 14 guests, but only 12 for charter. Anytime right. It's a charter yacht, you're limited to 12 guests maximum.
Okay. Regardless of the size, which is something many people don't realize, that it doesn't matter almost whether you buy a 100 meter, a 30 meter, often they're just limited to a certain amount of guests. Is that correct?
That is correct. Unless the boat is certified as a small passenger vessel, and then she's capable of carrying 36 passengers.
They have to have those side...
the big orange life rafts, right. Big orange life rings, several structural components that have to be built into the yacht that make it almost impossible for typical super yachts to be able to be classified for 36 guests. Yeah,
okay,
normally it's 12.
The big question, the price?
For this particular charter yacht, she's $25.2 million for sale and $260,000 per week low season, which is the shoulder season, June and September, or high season, she's $285,000.
Booked quite often?
She does very well. I would say she averages about 12 to 16 weeks per year. And by the way, the charter price that I just quoted is the price for the yacht and the crew. It's not the price for the expenses, the fuel, the food, the beverages, the dockage.
It's just stock price.
That's for the boat and the crew.
Okay, great. So we're gonna actually jump into a tour. I've never showcased a boat quite to this caliber on this channel, so I'm really excited to be able to do that. One of the only reasons I'm actually capable of showcasing a boat to this caliber is because Amy is in this business. She's brought me over and made this happen. So right in front of everybody, I do just want to thank you for bringing me, which really makes it.
My pleasure.
All right, let's get to it.
Welcome to Broadwater. It's a 2000 Fed ship, but she was refit in 2017. So well that she won the Superyacht Awards in 2018 in Italy. The idea behind kind of the concept with this boat was to move away from what the owner calls the gentleman's club or the standby or grandmother's living room and kind of create a really crisp, clean, modern, comfortable environment that is going kind of where the direction that the yachting world is going. This is our main salon, and then we just decided that this was also a space that he wanted guests to use. A lot of times that is an area that gets missed. A main salon is one of the least utilized parts on a boat, so this was set to where it would be applicable and easy for people to access and to spend time in, and that they could have their cocktails and their canapes here and then move up to dinner. So everything you see, it is literally, none of it is original except for the bridge. It was an $11 million refit, everything was gutted, and the design was kind of worn, so yeah, it's beautiful. This table does have another leaf, so I can fit 12 in here, but generally the bridge deck aft is kind of our dining highlight.
The number of guests that you can seat at the table is always important to me, because if I have 12 guests on board and there's only seating for 8 together, that's a problem because all the meals are going to be together. So the fact that you have an extra leaf here is important to me.
Wine fridge. We also have a number of wine storage throughout the boat, but this is kind of our special, and this is where we'll showcase if a charter client comes on and they have their own wine or their own wine list or they've sent it through, we'll showcase all their wine here so when they come in they can make sure that everything that they have has arrived and is ready to go.
Do you have a wine list that you prepare for them?
We do. We have over 45 different varietals.
Terrific.
Yep. So here is our day head. Again, you'll see that all the fixtures went with the patina finish. And that was, again, kind of challenging yachting standards in a number of different ways. So it makes our job easier because we don't have to polish. Right. But it's also frustrating to look at it. So, so yeah, but I think it is a really interesting and kind of contemporary take on yachting. So this originally was a gym, but because the owner is so focused on charter, he wanted to create a 6th stateroom. So this is our VIP. The VIP more than anything else because the view is undoubtedly the best on the boat.
Again, the big windows, lots of natural light. Just doesn't make you feel like you're closed into a little tiny cramped cabin.
So this is our master stateroom. You've got the hers closet just straight over to my left, and then you have a full closet over there, and then all of these drawers open up, and you've got your dresser here as well as your bed. So there's a lot of room for.
It's also very nice to have a spacious office. A lot of our charter clients do still work, so they do need to have a place where they can actually put their laptop and do a little business so that they can relax. If you've got something going on with your business that you need to sort out, if you don't have access to a place to work from, it can actually be far more stressful than coming on your charter to relax.
Absolutely.
So it's nice
and
to
this
have your
also
own
closes
space
off as well, so that there's even more privacy for this area. So our Japanese plunge pool, it's really a statement piece more than anything else, but it does get utilized. And
how does it get filled?
From the ceiling.
Amazing. Does it spray or is it?
Nope. It is yep. It's a straight shot.
Very cool.
Yeah. And then if you open up this bathroom, oh, there we go. Just gotta have the motion, and it does everything. And then some.
Again, the television being hidden is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a mirror instead of a television. We don't like to look at the technology. Did you see the Picasso? The stairway, you won't notice it unless you've been on several boats, but the space between the steps is important, especially the older that you get, because you need a lot of stability, you need a lot of space. Some of the stairs are very narrow, and so you have to go down sideways.
Yes.
And some of them also have sharp edges here that you can grab the back of your heel on. So when I'm touring a boat and inspecting it, that's what I'm looking for, especially if I know that my guests are not quite as nimble as maybe they used to be.
So we have 4 identical sister staterooms. The only thing that is unique about the aft cabins is we can go from a king to 2 twins, depending on the guest configuration. So these will move apart, and then we'll put the nightstand in the middle. And we can see that on the other side as well. And you have, in case of extra guests, we have 2 Pullmans that come on here, so we can sleep up to 14.
Terrific.
Sky Lounge, we have our day head to the right, and then we just have a little bridge pantry over there that functions for us for service.
Terrific.
This room originally was square, but they wanted to create a little bit more intimacy, so they put in curvature, which was able to give us our glassware storage here.
Wow.
Yes, which makes a huge difference.
That's amazing. I haven't seen that before, but it really does make a difference, especially for crew trying to make different themes for every night.
Yeah, I mean the table's a huge
everything.
part of the experience, right? So you want to have kind of novelty every single time someone sits down. So that entails a lot of storage, and luckily on this boat we have that. So all of our wine and liquor storage is just right in here. So we've got all of our spirits, and then obviously the wine fridge downstairs.
The art here and here is living art. So if the temperature changes in the room, the papers curl, and if it changes a different way, they flatten out. So it changes wherever the temperature is in here.
This is our beach club, the Lazarette area. Before we did the refit, this used to be an engineering space. We used to keep the jet skis down here. But since the refit, we've turned it into our beach club. Our e-foil board over there we set up. It's amazing. It's pretty much a jet surf, but it's got a foil. So you can cruise in any sort of water conditions, whether it's choppy, flat, and you rise up the water about 2 feet. Storage back there for all the water sports toys, the inflatables, sea bobs we have outside, jet skis, tenders, all that good stuff. Let's keep going. The sun deck area up here, this is my favorite part of the boat. As you can see, it's just a nice, big, wide open area. Glass of wine up there is perfect watching the sunset from this awesome vantage point up here. We also have a barbecue grill inside the bar top over there that we open up. So this seating area we have up here, it's a getaway. So if you have a lot of guests and you just want to get away from your morning coffee, just to relax, have an enjoyable time by yourself, this is a perfect spot.
Yeah.
Especially going to beautiful ports like Bonifacio, into Capri, cruising underway. It's the best. As you can see up forward, that's the new home for our jet skis. So we got rid of those out of the gym area, and now they're up here, which is much easier, out of the way from guests. So this is our other tender. This is a 21-foot jet Custody. It is perfect for beach days. We do a massive beach setup, tents, umbrellas, chairs. We bring all the sea toys, the sea bobs, all the water sports toys to the beach, so the guests can hang out there all day. It's got a step down in the front, steps that fold down, so the guests don't even need to get their feet wet. We pull this thing straight up onto the beach and then walk off into the sand. We also use this for towing, so wakeboarding, skiing, tubing, all that fun stuff.
Perfect.
And then back here, this is the bridge deck aft, and this is where the majority of the meals happen. Unless there's some sort of weather, then the guests will eat inside, but this is the perfect dining area back here for the guests.
I don't know if I've ever actually quite been on a boat like this.
Really?
Yeah, it's just, you can just feel it's classy everywhere you go. There's just nothing that is incorrectly placed anywhere on this boat, you know? So sense of freedom and space and everything. So yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to highlight any further? Is this something that you already have clients that you're sending this on to?
I submit this boat every opportunity that I get.
Really?
So if the budget affords it, the dates afford it, and the location affords it, it's always the top of my list. And I'll always separate it out against the other 3 or 4 that I maybe haven't had experience booking before or haven't necessarily been on board as much or as often. This is a winning platform.
It's fair to say that you have no invested interest in this boat. You're putting it forward because you know it performs for your clients.
Right. I know 100% that they're going to have an amazing time.
Amazing. I hope you enjoyed that. I don't know if that's ever been done before with a walkthrough like that, so I hope you enjoyed that. I know it was a little more formal than what you see on this channel, but to be fair, this boat completely stepped up the level of quality that's been shown on this channel, so I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching. Please, there's some links down below if you do want to see any more information, or if you want to get in touch with Amy, everything is linked down below in the video. Thanks so much for watching.
Thank you.